Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Drake, for the very kind introduction. I'd also like to thank our honored guests, the faculty, all of you here today, the Board of Trustees, but particularly our graduates. This is an amazing honor, an immense privilege to be included in your commencement. It was just 33 years ago this month that I was sitting where you are sitting, except in St. John Arena, full of pride getting my degree, and equally full of wonderment about what the world and the years ahead held for me. Even though a third of a century must seem like an eternity to all of you today, I can assure you it has flown by quickly. It's gone so quickly, I can hardly believe it. But not for Ohio State, I would not be here today. It feels to me I've been living a dream, and I have. It's an American dream. The same opportunity lies ahead for everyone here who's graduating today. The degree you leave here with today is your ticket, a ticket to a lifetime of achievement, of opportunity, of service, if that's what you choose to use it in. I hope you will, because tens of thousands of your forebears have uprooted their families, have crossed oceans, have pushed their way onto frontiers, shed blood, died in wars, and built great institutions like the one we are at today to create the opportunity for you. That opportunity is called the American Dream. And although there are some doubters today, I can tell you that its foundations, its strengths endure today, and it's available to you if you seize that opportunity. I want to tell you about my version of that dream and ask you to look for parallels in your own lives. And then I'm going to challenge you to think about your own new American dream. It will certainly be different than mine. It will be uniquely your own, but it promises all the same rewards in your lives that mine have delivered. I'm the son of immigrants. They came from a small village in Italy, in the province of Abruzzo, east of Rome. Rural and picturesque, but in my parents' youth, very poor, without opportunity. My father came to the U.S. at the age of 15 with his older sister. I have long tried to imagine their emotion, their fear, their anticipation, leaving the place of their birth and their family for a new life, a new culture, a new language, drawn to America by the promise of a new beginning. After 10 years in America, my father returned to Italy, met my mom, they got married. He convinced her to leave her family in search of a better life in America. My parents worked hard as I grew up, just miles from here. My dad is a card-carrying steelworker, my mom a seamstress. We were of modest means. I attended the Columbus schools. I went on to become the first in my family to graduate from high school and the first to attend college, enrolling in this very institution, working and paying my way through Ohio State, at various jobs along the way, including at McDonald's, landscaping company, TJ Maxx. I majored in journalism and had 4 wonderful years as a member of the best damn band in the land, OH. Any Tabitla out there? All right, we got a few. During college here, by pure happenstance, I accepted an internship and was later hired as an aide to a young congressman by the name of John Kasich. I was fascinated by public service and threw myself into it with all the energy I had. It became my passion. Because of this passion, I left Congressman Kasich's office to run for the state legislature. There 8 years, I once ran for leadership and ultimately became the Ohio House Majority Leader. And when Congressman Kasich decided to leave Congress in 2000, I ran for that seat. I won, and now found myself in Washington, D.C., representing the very district I'd spent my whole life living in. Think about that. Son of Italian immigrants, was now a full-fledged member of the greatest deliberative body in the world. One of my uncles from Italy, who could barely speak English, flew over and told me, "This is amazing that a kid like you, with immigrant parents, could rise up and get elected to the highest legislative body in the world." Now, he wasn't criticizing me, a kid like me. What he was describing was the fact that a kid like me, if my mom and dad had never come to America, and I grew up in Italy, it would be unlikely that I could have run and won for the parliament in Italy. He had just articulated, my Italian uncle, the American dream and the uniqueness of America. I've always worked to remember that story, and it's a key point that I want to make and leave with you here today. I don't hold myself out to be any sort of big shot, just a regular guy who's the son of an aging father, a husband to the love of my life, and a dad to 4 girls I adore, and an obsessively competitive manager of multiple fantasy football teams in the playoffs today. But I'm an American. I'm a proud one. And there are millions of us out there, including here today in the shot. Each of you has the same opportunity that I do. It's because together we are citizens of the greatest nation on earth, the one that formulated and perfected and offered to all the dream, the American dream. The uniqueness of that dream is that through more than 200 years it has presented opportunity for social mobility, for a better life, for people like me and people like you. No other nation has quite done it like us. Some of you certainly are thinking that my family's immigration was another time, another place, and things aren't the same today. Some cynics may wonder if the American dream still exists. Lest we become too cynical, let's remember this. Across the globe, for the last 200 years and continuing today, there are millions who would endure any hardship, confront any danger, sacrifice everything they have to come here. They see the opportunity, just as one of your ancestors saw, or maybe one of you graduates saw. They saw opportunity. They left their homes, they left their families, they left their culture, they left their friends in search of a better life, in search of their American dream. But know this, your dream will be different than mine, or my parents, or your parents. It will respond to today's opportunities and today's challenges. When you tell your story 33 years from now, it will certainly be different than mine. What will you accomplish? What mountains will you have climbed? Will you solve poverty? Maybe cure a disease? Will you cross technological frontiers that we can't even imagine today? Will you help build a just society? Will you serve our nation by solving her problems and making it stronger? Will you raise children to one day take the helm from you and lead on to even greater heights? The choice is yours. And although it may seem daunting as you listen today, it will sort itself out as you tackle the challenges ahead, as you make mistakes, and please learn from those mistakes. I have. And as you stay focused on creating your own dream, each challenge you can think of is an opportunity. And we have plenty of both challenges and opportunities in America for you to choose from. I envy all the possibilities that lie before you today. Thank you all for being such a patient, respectful audience to this kid who grew up just miles from here of Italian heritage, to this dreamer who has experienced the greatness of our country, and to this grateful father of four who wants everyone in this Schottenstein Center, everyone, to have as fulfilling as a life as I've had to this point. Now we got one more piece of business before we end. I want every graduate here in a minute to stand up, turn to your mom, your dad, a family member, a spouse, a significant other, that special person in your life. I've been there, who's been so helpful, who's been a key to you getting to this day today. So let's all stand up, graduates. On the count of three, we're gonna shout out, thank you, I love you. Ready? One,
Where is she?
Two,
There she is.
three. Thank you, I love you. That's great. Thank you all, congratulations, best of luck.